Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into The Burnout Fix by Dr. Jacinta M. Jiménez, a practical guide crafted for the modern workforce that grapples with the challenges of uncertainty, rapid change, and the fading boundaries between work and home. This enlightening read offers strategies for setting healthy boundaries, developing essential skills, and making choices that enhance well-being, thus serving as an invaluable resource for navigating the contemporary workplace landscape without succumbing to burnout. Dr. Jacinta M. Jiménez, an award-winning psychologist and board-certified leadership coach, brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise to the table. With a notable background of working with top executives in Silicon Valley and training over 1,500 leadership coaches worldwide, her insights are backed by extensive experience. Furthermore, as a trusted voice in outlets such as CNN, Business Insider, Forbes, and Wired, Dr. Jiménez's advice carries weight and relevance for today's professionals. The Burnout Fix is tailored for innovative leaders aiming to foster engaging, burnout-resistant workplaces, exhausted executives seeking to rekindle their passion and joy in work, and psychology enthusiasts keen on understanding the factors that lead to burnout. Through this book, readers will find actionable guidance on fostering a healthier, more balanced approach to work, setting the stage for both personal and professional growth. Join us as we uncover the secrets to thriving in the demanding yet rewarding world of modern employment. The Burnout Fix: Overcome Overwhelm, Beat Busy, and Sustain Success in the New World of Work. Introduction. Discover the roadmap to flourishing in today's ever-changing work environment. In the whirlwind of the 21st century workplace, where technology evolves at lightning speed and market dynamics shift almost daily, employees find themselves in a relentless pursuit of success. This chase, while ambitious, often leads to a widespread and insidious phenomenon: burnout. The quest for achievement, coupled with the struggle to adapt to continuous change, can leave many feeling disconnected from their true selves and the essence of their work. Enter the wisdom of Dr. Jacinta Jiménez, a seasoned psychologist with an extensive background in coaching some of the sharpest minds in the business world. Drawing from her over 15 years of experience, Dr. Jiménez offers a lifeline to those treading water in the modern workplace. Her insights provide a beacon of hope, showing us not just how to survive, but how to thrive amid the chaos. In her guide, Dr. Jiménez addresses the critical need for resilience, a commodity in short supply but high demand. She dismantles the traditional benchmarks of success, advocating instead for a more personalized approach to professional achievement. Through her expertise, you're invited on a journey to rediscover what truly drives you, to find meaning in your work beyond the superficial metrics of success. Throughout this journey, you'll uncover why immersing yourself in nature can be a balm for your stressed psyche, why embracing vulnerability can actually strengthen your leadership, and how, by aligning your work with a sense of purpose, any job can become a source of fulfillment. Let this narrative be your guide as you navigate the complexity of today's job market. By heeding Dr. Jiménez's advice, you're not just learning to weather the storm of modern employment, you're learning to chart a course through it, one that leads to personal and professional prosperity. This is not merely a survival kit, it's a Thrive manual for the modern worker, unveiling the secret to finding passion, purpose, and peace in your career. Part 1. Navigating the Storm: Why Sheer Effort Won't Save You from Workplace Burnout. Once upon a time at Stanford, a brilliant student named Dr. Jacinta Jiménez was living the academic dream, embodying the ideal of success through relentless hard work. As a daughter of first-generation immigrants, the principle of striving for excellence was deeply ingrained in her psyche. However, life had a stark lesson in store for her. Amidst the crucial period of her dissertation writing and lab work, she received distressing news about her brother's hospitalization. Jiménez, taking on a significant role in his care, believed she could manage this new hurdle by merely doubling down on her efforts. a decision that led her down the path of burnout. Jiménez's account underlines a critical message for today's workforce. Hard work, even when coupled with the cleverest strategies, is not a panacea for the pressures of contemporary employment landscapes. Many of us, like Jiménez, fall prey to the traditional valorization of grit and endurance as the hallmarks of a successful career. However, the burgeoning epidemic of workplace burnout tells a different story. Officially recognized by the World Health Organization in 2019 as a significant health issue globally, burnout has become a silent crisis, with studies such as the one conducted by Deloitte revealing that a staggering 77% of employees have felt its sting. The repercussions are dire, fueling a vicious cycle of high turnover rates, absenteeism, and contributing to tens of thousands of deaths annually in the United States alone. Facing these sobering statistics, it's essential for anyone navigating the modern employment landscape to recognize burnout not as a distant worry, but as an immediate and pressing threat. This realization, far from being pessimistic, opens the door to empowerment and proactive intervention. Drawing from her own harrowing journey and the collective experiences of numerous clients, Dr. Jiménez offers practical blueprints for fostering resilience in the face of adversity. Her strategies don't just offer a lifeline, they provide a map towards cultivating a career that thrives on sustainable growth rather than one that succumbs to stress and exhaustion. By setting realistic goals, examining and adjusting our patterns of thought, and prioritizing rest and meaningful connections, Dr. Jiménez illustrates that it's possible to recalibrate our approach to work. This is not just about surviving in the modern world of work, but thriving within it, safeguarding our vitality and passion against the tides of burnout. Part 2: Building Towers from Pebbles, the Real Path to Breakthrough Success. When we gaze up in awe at the towering achievements of luminaries like J.K. Rowling, Beyoncé, or Walt Disney, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking they must possess some extraordinary inborn prowess. Indeed, their talent is undeniable, but what's often overlooked is the painstaking, incremental journey they embarked on to reach the pinnacle of success. Peeling back the layers of their stories, we find a common thread: a relentless perseverance through adversity, rejection, and failure. Consider Rowling, who toiled for 7 long years on her first Harry Potter manuscript, only for it to be initially brushed aside by 12 publishers. Beyoncé's initial musical ventures didn't immediately catapult her to stardom, and Disney's early business endeavors were far from the fairy tale successes we associate with his name today. Their eventual triumphs were not lightning strikes of genius, but the culmination of years of unwavering effort and learning from setbacks. This brings us to a crucial revelation. True success is the product of steady, sustainable growth, not sudden leaps. In the pursuit of greatness, it's tempting to believe in the myth of instantaneous success. The notion that to achieve something monumental, we must take equally monumental risks or make bold, immediate strides. However, this approach is fraught with the peril of unsustainable ambition. Consider Ricardo, a vice president at a burgeoning startup who learned this lesson the hard way. After receiving feedback on his need to polish his public speaking skills, he lunged at the opportunity to present in front of his whole company. Despite his best preparations, the presentation was far from successful, leaving him demoralized and on the brink of giving up. Ricardo's leap had led to a crash, not because he lacked potential, but because he had bypassed the stepping stones necessary for genuine growth. The lesson here pivots on the art of setting the right goals, ones that stretch us just beyond our comfort zones, balancing the delicate tension between challenge and achievability. Overshoot this balance, and you risk spiraling into discouragement. Underplay it, and stagnation awaits. For Ricardo, and many of us chasing personal or professional growth, the journey should commence with small, calculated steps. It might have served him better to tackle a more modest goal initially, such as mastering a presentation to a smaller, more familiar audience. Through cycles of practice and reflection, identifying what resonates and what needs refinement, the path to larger, more daunting stages would become not just visible, but viable. In essence, the ambitious skyscrapers of our dreams are built brick by brick, or, in the case of our modern heroes, word by painstaking word, note by hard-earned note, and sketch by detailed sketch. It's in the accumulation of these small victories, learned lessons, and incrementally expanded horizons that the tapestry of dramatic success is woven. Part 3. Embracing mindfulness, your shield against workplace stress. Imagine this. It's the weekend, a time you should be unwinding and recharging, but instead, your mind is ensnared by an endless loop of work-related worries. Or, picture yourself in a meeting, unable to focus on the present discussion because you're fixated on unsettling remarks made by your boss earlier. This scenario is all too common in today's fast-paced work environment, where stress triggers our minds to spiral into a quagmire of negative thoughts, blurring our vision and diminishing our decision-making capabilities. The pivotal insight to grasp here is straightforward yet profound. Mindfulness is a potent antidote to stress, significantly diminishing our susceptibility to burnout. It's inherent in human nature to struggle with the unknown. When confronted with uncertainty, our minds instinctively attempt to fill the informational void, often conjuring up the most pessimistic narratives. Consider the plight of Rebecca, an executive brimming with anticipation about an important presentation she had meticulously prepared. After sending it to her mentor for feedback and receiving no response, she immediately jumped to the conclusion that her presentation was severely flawed, plunging her into a maelstrom of anxiety and self-doubt. Such downward spirals are a common ordeal, yet mindfulness offers us a lifeline, a way to navigate our way out of these tumultuous thought patterns. The next time you're besieged by worrisome thoughts, approach them with curiosity rather than anxiety. Question the validity of these thoughts, probing for concrete evidence that supports or refutes them. Is there genuine proof that your work was not up to the mark, or are you succumbing to baseless fears? Moreover, adopting a stance of self-compassion rather than self-criticism can dramatically alter how we respond to stress. Contrary to popular belief, the path to excellence is not paved with relentless self-reproach, but with understanding and kindness towards oneself. Think about the counsel you would offer a dear friend in a similar predicament. Wouldn't you be more empathetic? The final stride in this journey involves introspection, diving deep into your thoughts to understand their origin and what they reveal about your state of mind. What proactive steps can you take to address these concerns? For Rebecca, the solution could be as simple as reaching out to her mentor for direct feedback, dispelling her unfounded fears. While we may not have control over intrusive thoughts of stress, mindfulness equips us with strategies to confront them head-on. By adopting a mindful approach, we not only shield ourselves against the hardships of professional life, but also pave the way for a more balanced, fulfilling career. Part 4. Carving out moments of calm in a world that never stops. In an era where the boundary between work and rest seems perpetually blurred, the stories of Oprah Winfrey and Bill Gates offer us a glimpse into a different way of living. Both icons of success in their own right, they share a common practice that might seem counterintuitive to many. They deliberately set aside time for relaxation and reflection. Oprah finds solace tending to her garden and taking leisurely walks with her dog, while Gates dedicates part of his year to retreats filled with reading, beach walks, and contemplation. Research underscores that harder, longer work doesn't necessarily yield better results. In fact, the opposite is often true. Productivity wanes with extended hours as we are human, not endless reservoirs of productivity. The notion of working 70-hour weeks, though glamorized, is ultimately a recipe for exhaustion rather than excellence. This brings us to an essential understanding: the importance of integrating silence, sanctuary, and solitude into our everyday lives. While not everyone has access to a lavish garden or the luxury of a beachside retreat, there are simple, accessible ways to infuse our days with moments of peace. The first step towards this tranquil lifestyle is to disconnect from the digital world, even if only for limited periods. In our current age, we're inundated with a constant stream of information and communication, much of which serves to increase stress rather than enrich our lives. By setting specific times to be offline, we give our minds a much needed break from the digital chaos. A practical starting point is to monitor our digital consumption over a week, discerning which interactions are meaningful and which merely contribute to our stress. Gradually dialing down the latter can mark the beginning of a more mindful digital existence. Secondly, the power of nature as a sanctuary cannot be overstressed. Reflect on the amount of time you've spent outdoors recently. Just 20 minutes a day surrounded by nature can significantly bolster our mental equilibrium. Simple acts like enjoying lunch in the garden or opting to walk rather than drive for short errands can profoundly impact our sense of well-being. Lastly, an ingredient often missing in our busy lives is the practice of solitude. Many shy away from solitude, fearing loneliness or viewing it as a luxury they cannot afford. However, solitude is vital for recharging our internal batteries and providing the space for introspection. Cultivating solitude need not involve grand gestures. It can be as straightforward as embracing the silence of a daily commute without the distractions of our phones or dedicating a few minutes each morning to journaling. In sum, while the world around us may continue to spin at a dizzying pace, incorporating silence, sanctuary, and solitude into our lives isn't just beneficial, it's necessary for our well-being and productivity. Through mindful disconnection, reconnecting with nature, and embracing solitude, we can find our own moments of calm in the storm, much like Oprah and Gates have demonstrated with their lives. Part 5. Building Bridges: How Successful Individuals Harness the Power of Connection. Imagine Colin, a key figure at his law firm where he's seen as the backbone of the team. However, during a challenging time when his husband was battling cancer, Colin found himself overwhelmed by the dual demands of his professional and personal life. Despite his critical role at work, he hesitated to seek help, believing it to show weakness. Yet, when he finally did open up about his struggles, the outpouring of support from his team was not only heartwarming but transformed the workplace dynamics. This act of vulnerability led to a more tightly knit team, boosted morale, and showcased the strength in asking for help. This narrative reinforces a crucial lesson. Achieving success is as much about forging connections and seeking support as it is about individual talent and hard work. The instinct to connect is deeply ingrained in the human psyche. A pivotal study by Better Up in 2019 revealed that workers who feel a strong sense of belonging are not only more productive, with a 56% leap in output, but also healthier, with a 75% drop in sick days. So, how does one go about emulating Colin's example and seeking out support and connection in the professional realm? It starts with cultivating a culture of compassion. Being present and supportive when a colleague is under the weather not only forges stronger bonds, but creates a support framework that benefits everyone involved. However, support doesn't equate to an unconditional yes to every request. Establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries is fundamental to both giving and receiving effective support. Assessing one's capacity and resources is crucial to offering help that is both meaningful and sustainable. Diversity in one's professional and personal network is another cornerstone of building resilient connections. Interacting with people from varied backgrounds enhances cognitive flexibility, fuels creativity, and fosters resilience amidst change. Your network's diversity can provide a wealth of perspectives and ideas, contributing to a richer, more inclusive professional journey. Take a moment to reflect on your own networks. Are they homogeneous, or do they represent a mosaic of perspectives, experiences, and backgrounds? Actively diversifying your interactions not only broadens your horizons, but solidifies your adaptability and innovation in an ever-evolving workspace. In conclusion, the path to success is paved with connections. By reaching out for support, showing compassion, and cultivating diverse networks, successful individuals don't just navigate their careers more effectively, they also contribute to a more supportive, innovative, and resilient professional ecosystem. Part 6. Charting your course. The power of a personal mission statement. Imagine navigating the strong currents of a rapidly flowing river, each stroke a battle to maintain course amidst the relentless pull in myriad directions. This imagery resonates with what many experience in today's fast-paced, demanding world. Without a clear direction, we're at the mercy of life's tumultuous currents, tossed about by its endless demands and diverging paths. In the face of such challenges, having a personal mission statement acts as a beacon, guiding you through the choppy waters, ensuring you stay true to your course. But what does it mean to stand for something? What drives you out of bed each morning? While these questions might seem daunting, they are among the most crucial we can ever ponder. They prompt us to uncover the essence of what renders our work, and by extension our lives, truly meaningful. Here lies the essence. Crafting a personal mission statement is your roadmap, keeping you aligned with your personal and professional journey. Reflect on the author's grandmother who devoted her life to housekeeping at a motel. While some may view such work as devoid of deeper significance, for her, it brimmed with purpose. Her driving force, her personal why, was her dedication to ensuring her descendants received the education she couldn't. Each paycheck was a step closer to realizing that mission, imbuing her daily tasks with profound satisfaction. So, what anchors your existence? Unearthing this requires a deep dive into your core values, those fundamental beliefs and principles that you hold dear, be they compassion, integrity, or a commitment to family and service. Isolate 5 pivotal values that light your path. Next, shine a spotlight on your unique strengths. Consider what talents, friends, and colleagues universally recognize in you, whether it's your knack for storytelling, your eye for design, or your prowess in negotiation. Pinpoint 3 talents that define your contribution. Lastly, contemplate the legacy you aim to craft, the imprint you desire to leave on the fabric of life. Reflect on the motives behind your career choices, how your endeavors connect with the broader societal tableau, and the significance they bear. With these insights, you're equipped to meld your values, talents, and aspirations into a robust personal mission statement. Position it where it serves as a daily reminder, a lighthouse guiding you through life's storms. When faced with pivotal choices, let this declaration steer you, ensuring every decision harmonizes with your inner compass, your charter ship navigating through life's relentless currents. Part 7. Mastering your internal battery, the art of energy and emotion regulation. Have you ever stumbled through your front door at the end of the day, utterly depleted, despite not clocking in overtime hours? This sensation often signals a disconnect, not with the quantity, but the quality of the energy we expend in our daily tasks. In today's fast-paced world, we meticulously monitor our time, yet frequently overlook an equally crucial resource, our energy. This vital force animates our every action and breathes life into our daily endeavors. If certain facets of our routine consistently drain us, it's imperative we shine a light on these energy leeches. To embark on this journey of self-awareness, consider conducting a comprehensive energy audit. Over a week, maintain a journal to track fluctuations in your energy throughout the day. Note which activities or interactions invigorate you and which ones leave you feeling like a deflated balloon. Here lies the key insight. Learning to regulate our energy levels and emotions is not optional. It's essential for our well-being. Through this process, you might discern specific environmental triggers that play havoc with your energy. Sensitivity to harsh lighting or a cacophony of office sounds might be culprits, as could the draining force of social interactions that last all day. In some cases, your diary might illuminate the presence of energy vampires in your life, individuals whose interactions leave you feeling emotionally bankrupt, either through their negativity, their relentless demands on your patience, or both. Armed with this knowledge, you can strategize ways to reintroduce equilibrium into your day. If an upcoming meeting with an energy vampire looms on the horizon, balance it with a restorative activity like a walk. Should a noisy workspace sap your spirit, explore alternatives such as working from home, securing a quieter desk space, or investing in noise-canceling technology. Parallel to monitoring your energy, it's equally vital to attune to your emotional states throughout the day. Emotions serve as messengers from our subconscious, signaling when our boundaries are breached or when our actions are out of sync with our core values. Conversely, they can also affirm when we're on the right path, as genuine enthusiasm is impossible to feign. Enhancing your emotional literacy is the first step in interpreting these subtle cues. Start by enriching your emotional lexicon. Strive to pinpoint exactly what you're feeling. The term down is a starting point, but delve deeper. Are you feeling frustrated, despondent, or maybe disheartened? Each of these emotions carries distinct messages and pathways to resolution. By keeping a vigilant eye on your energy and cultivating an acute sensitivity to your emotional landscape, you equip yourself to navigate each day with more grace and alignment. This practice doesn't just keep you in touch with your internal rhythm, it ensures your personal vitality remains vibrant and unassailable. Part 8. Elevating Workplaces. The Crucial Role of Leadership in Cultivating Success. Picture yourself as an employee navigating an unending cycle of weekend work and relentless stress. When the inevitable feeling of burnout begins to engulf you, seeking help from your boss seems like the logical step. However, rather than receiving support or practical solutions, you're met with criticism for your supposed lack of resilience and are dispatched to a mindfulness seminar. Yet, no amount of mindfulness can counteract the impact of an inherently toxic job environment. It's a clear indication that mere self-care initiatives are insufficient when the fundamental structure of the workplace itself needs reform. It's here that leadership becomes pivotal in engineering a positive transformation. This scenario underscores the essential message: the responsibility leaders bear in sculpting a work environment where employees don't just survive but truly thrive is immense. So, as a leader, what steps can you take to foster a nurturing and productive workplace? The journey begins with instilling a sense of autonomy among your team members. Empower them to take ownership of their work by setting crystal clear expectations while ensuring these demands are within their capacity and providing them with the requisite training and tools needed for success. It's about striking a delicate balance, offering guidance without descending into micromanagement, thereby demonstrating your trust in their capabilities. Encourage their growth by providing constructive feedback and opening avenues for new learning and challenges. Additionally, a leader's duty extends towards forging a fair and just workplace ecosystem. An environment rife with bias, discrimination, or any form of injustice can rapidly erode the team's unity, fueling stress and disengagement. It's imperative to actively engage in rooting out bias from hiring processes and ensure workplace policies are steeped in fairness. Embrace transparency, particularly in matters of compensation and career advancement, to cultivate a culture based on trust. Providing a secure platform for voicing grievances and fostering a company culture that truly reflects the ethos of your mission statement are not just moral imperatives, but strategic necessities. A workplace grounded in equity is a breeding ground for psychological safety, allowing employees to venture beyond their comfort zones without fear of retribution, thereby inspiring innovation and creativity. Such an environment isn't just a moral achievement, it translates into tangible business success, proving that an equitable workplace is not only just, but also strategically advantageous. Leadership, then, is not merely about steering the company towards financial success. It's about nurturing an ecosystem where every team member feels valued, heard, and motivated to contribute their best. It's about embodying the change you wish to see, proving that leadership is not just a title but a responsibility to elevate those around you. Final summary. In an era where burnout looms large in the shadows of our professional lives, discovering the blueprint for resilience becomes not just beneficial, but essential. This journey towards resilience transcends the conventional wisdom of simply enduring hardships or showcasing relentless grit. Rather, it invites a deeper, more introspective approach that involves embracing our vulnerabilities, honing our awareness of our internal experiences, and mastering the art of seeking support. Resilience is cultivated through a conscious commitment to self-awareness, acknowledging and addressing our thoughts and emotions rather than suppressing them. It's about recognizing when to pause, reflect, and recalibrate, ensuring we're aligned with our core values and personal mission. Importantly, resilience is also deeply intertwined with the art of community building, fostering connections that nourish our spirit and uplift us during challenging times. Leadership plays a pivotal role in this context, tasked with the critical responsibility of shaping environments that not only deter the onset of burnout, but actively promote well-being and growth. The essence of such leadership lies in the creation of equitable workplaces, marked by a palpable sense of belonging and psychological safety. In these spaces, employees are empowered to be their authentic selves, contribute meaningfully, and ultimately thrive. Thus, the path to mitigating burnout and nurturing resilience is twofold. It calls for individual introspection, advocacy, and connection, paralleled by systemic change, championed by empathetic, forward-thinking leaders. Together, these elements forge a robust framework for resilience, ensuring that we not only survive the rigors of the modern workplace but flourish within it. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.